Hey, dude, we're kind of on time.
Hey, look at us. We're not gay or late.
Well, 2 weeks late.
Well, we're not
technically.
late.
Like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's true. We've been off for a while.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody.
We're back.
Hey, that's exciting. Let's start the show. Hola, creepos. Welcome to another episode of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps by creeps for you creeps. I'm your host, my name is Vinny, and joining me as always in the studio, it's Hot Carl.
What is happening, Vinny Paulino? We got a new look on here. I'm digging it.
All right.
We're looking pro.
We were always kind of looking pro, apart from like
my face, right?
Our faces,
right?
Neither one of us are that great.
No.
We don't play those games here.
We do not.
Welcome to the most mid true crime show on the internet. I'm Vinny. That's Carl. It's a competition. Carl's here to tell you about the rules. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, every week Vinny and I come on here and we compete to figure out who can find the biggest creep in a certain category, and then we present who we think is the biggest creep. You people listen to both arguments, and then you go to thecreepoff.com and vote for who you thought brought the bigger creep that week. Once somebody gets to 5 victories, the round is over, and the other person has to spin the dreaded wheel of consequences. I am currently in the lead for this round, 2-1.
I don't feel very good about that.
And we had a competition, 3 weeks ago now?
Yep. You won that.
So we were live in Vegas last week.
And I won that one.
Well, all right. Whatever.
And my guy was manufacturing dildos in a trailer and giving people AIDS.
I know. You had a very good creep, a very good Vegas creep.
Dude, I was thinking about that guy's business model.
Yeah.
Real fast. He running an escort service, but also manufacturing sex toys that are molds of his own penis.
Yeah.
And he's pushing the escorts to sell the penises to the jobs.
That's the upsell, right?
Jesus.
And it worked for a little while, and then the escorts are just like, you know what? I'm having a hard enough time selling my pussy. Yeah. I gotta sell your dick too.
And then he ended up giving the hand jobs.
Yep, that's right. So you won in Vegas, but whatever. That was a one-off. That wasn't part of the competition.
Sure, it was. I got a point.
You got a point for that?
Why wouldn't I?
Because I already fulfilled my consequence for it.
What does that matter? There's just an extra consequence on it.
Whoa! What?
You don't think I deserve a point for winning the game?
You don't deserve a point. We didn't have a
what
poll.
The fuck are you talking about?
We didn't have a poll up on a website. We just had people applaud in a room.
You're ridiculous.
You gave yourself a point for that?
Yes,
this is ridiculous. Did you get a point last year at our Vegas show?
Yes.
What the fuck? You owe me 2 points, motherfucker.
You ain't getting shit from me.
This is ridiculous.
Bring it. Let's go.
I call foul play on this one.
How is that bullshit?
Because we didn't give people a chance to vote.
They voted in the room. It was for the people there.
People in the room were just voting for looks. They all just think you're hot. It's not fair.
Can't help it. Can't help it.
You gave yourself a point for that, and I've already fulfilled my consequences. Is ridiculous.
What does that have to do with what? What does one have to do with the other? Because there's a consequence on there. You would have gotten the point, and I would have won the t-shirt.
2 consequences this round. Carl, how does that make sense?
Well, I mean, come on. It makes perfect sense to me. But the live show is its own thing.
All right. In Boston, we're doing a creep off. I'm going to force you to do something in Boston, no matter who wins.
You sure you want to do a creep off in Boston?
WATPlive.com is where you want to go get tickets. They are selling fast. So get on that June 21st. We will be live in Boston with Dick Masterson, the Dick Show. Road Rage will be happening. But yeah, I think that
here's the deal.
We could go to Boston.
Okay.
And I'll just bring my own applause. I'll just play it on my board. I should have done that in Vegas. What was I thinking?
Please. Please. Carl, here's what I'll do. I will put a poll up on Patreon today. If you do not believe that I deserved a point, I will rescind my point. I'll just open up a vote and let the listeners decide. I'm always fair like that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, I'm not trying to cheat you, buddy. And if you had won, you would have gotten a point. I would have given it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have taken it?
No, there was a one-off.
You would have said, Vinny, I would have said, Vinny, I'm not going to take the point.
It was a one-off live show.
Sure.
It's not part of the regular show.
You're out of your mind.
All right.
You're being a fibber.
All right.
Okay.
So you won the last round. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I won the last round. Yeah, I definitely won the last show.
Okay.
So that means
we don't have a results girl because we learned about it live at the show.
Yeah, hell yeah, was the results girl for that.
She was.
Yeah.
Yes. She also was results girl for the week before.
Yeah. She did a good job. Yeah,
but
you won. And then you won the week before that.
Which is why I have 2 wins.
Correct.
This is a great way to start a show.
And I have 1.
It's a great way to start a show.
So glad everybody can make it to the creep off today.
Really enjoying this.
Fun category. I like this category a lot.
Yes.
Creepiest rideshare driver.
Are there creeps who are doing rideshare? I had no idea.
Dude, you have an app. You have an AI on an app that does your background check for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's creeps.
Yeah, they don't go through a full vetting process like an employee would.
Dude, all of those apps, it's all filled with liars and unemployables.
Dude, I had a fucking DoorDash guy never deliver my food. He went to the dinosaur barbecue, Vinny, and I saw him pick it up because you can watch the little icon of the car, go to the restaurant, and then it says your food's been picked up. And then he just went and parked somewhere and ate it because it smelled so delicious. He just ate my food.
If this had happened,
are you going to find someone creepier than that?
If this had happened to me, Carl,
yes,
I would have hunted him down. It would have been like a Liam Neeson movie. I would have found him at his house.
You've made a very powerful enemy, my friend.
I have
a certain set of skills.
You up. I can follow it with my nose. I have a certain set of skills.
Yep.
I will murder you. Now, let me say this. Today, we're not focusing on DoorDash people, but we can do that because that's actually another good category. Today, we're focusing on the ride shares, the Ubers, the Lyfts of the world.
Correct.
Yeah. So, you want to start this sumbitch up?
Let's go. All right. You will present first, my friend. You were the winner.
All right, everybody. Let's go. My creep today, between the years 2018 and 2022, there were a series of disturbing attacks occurring in Denver, Colorado. One by one, women came forward with eerily similar stories, Carl. They'd be out drinking, they'd order a ride share, and then they would black out. They would wake up disoriented in unfamiliar homes or vehicles, injured, violated, and missing personal belongings.
See, this is the part I don't understand, Vinny. The app tracks exactly who picked you up, their name, their license plate number, make and model. So if that happens to you, why doesn't one of these women just go to the police and go, hey, something happened when I was on this ride share?
Oh, I'm going to explain it. Okay. We're going to get there. Now, there was a lot of DNA evidence left behind in this, and it did lead to one man, Carl. This guy right here. His name is John Pastor. That's a moonhead, kids.
Wow.
That's a fucking moonhead. This is like,
you know what it looks like?
Wayne Newton got stung by a bee.
Yeah, or like AI was trying to draw David Hasselhoff, a fat David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, I can see it.
His eyes are too close together.
Yeah, what we call that had a double Y.
Yes, it is.
Now, let's start off in September 16, 2018. A woman was drinking with friends in Denver's Lodo district. She was separated from her group and ordered a ride share. She blacked out in the car, awoke in her unknown apartment with an unfamiliar man asleep next to her with his arm over her.
Oh.
Her underwear were missing, her phone and her ATM card were gone. She didn't know what to do. She was very disoriented. She got up and left the apartment by foot, found her way to a street somewhere, and got a ride to a hospital where they did a rape test on her. And the test confirmed sperm and male DNA. She reported drinking.
Consensual sperm? Does the rape test for that?
Well, there are lots of obvious signs, like, a torn open pussy.
Oh, right.
Not great. She had not report. He
nicrocated her vagina. Is that what you're telling me?
Blew that fucker out.
Oh boy.
She never consented to any sexual activity that she knows of, and her phone is gone. Her ID is gone. She was disoriented. Had no idea where this happened, but she woke up in this fucking guy's bed. Now she goes back to Uber, or I'm sorry, this guy was a Lyft driver, by the way, and it showed that her Lyft was canceled from her phone.
Okay.
So, okay. We're going to July 28th, 2019. A woman left a place called Neon Baby. Her app showed her ride was canceled as well around 1:35 a.m. She woke up alone in a stranger's bed. A man claimed he found her passed out in an alley and brought her home.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Her phone and underwear were also missing. He says, "Hey, listen, I'm glad you're okay, that you're awake. Can I give you a ride home?" And he drove her back to her house like he was a fucking white knight who saved her.
Nice.
Dropped her off. Guess what? She goes the next day, gets a rape kit at the she fucking feels her pussy's all swollen and blown out.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to the hospital, and guess what? DNA match to the first case that I just told you about.
Okay.
So now they're starting to wondering what's going on here. March 4th. After a night of drinking at Trax nightclub, a woman lost consciousness. She woke up in the back seat of a vehicle as the driver, a Hispanic man in his 40s, was raping her. She lost consciousness again and woke being dropped off in front of a friend's house, left in the front yard. Her rape results confirmed genital trauma and matched DNA to the previous 2 assaults. She reported she had not consumed enough alcohol to explain the blackout and that she never consented to sex.
Women always say that. So he's got a piece on him, then. Is that what I'm hearing, or are they just not ready for it?
I don't think they're ready for it.
Okay.
In May, a woman reported an attempted sexual assault in the backseat of a vehicle she believed to be an Uber. During the incident, her phone and wallet were stolen. At the time, she didn't know the suspect's name. Now, another one, there was an eyewitness identification where this is how they ended up catching this guy. Another woman was at the same place, Trax nightclub. When she began feeling sick, she requested an Uber to go to Boulder, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Friends observed her mistakenly getting into a white SUV instead of a blue sedan that the rideshare app assigned her. The driver was short, fat, Hispanic male with curly hair. She later woke up.
No lube. They searched his car. There's no baby oil in there.
Now, her friend saw her get into the car and they tried to stop him, and this motherfucker sped off.
Mm-hmm.
And these drunk bitches never got the license plate.
Okay.
So now her friend is just gone in the wrong car, and they're like, well, I guess we could still party. And they go back in like nothing fucking happens.
Of course.
This woman wakes up and finds herself with her face pressed against a seatbelt and a cock up her asshole, just getting fucking railed in the back of this car. When she goes home, Carl, they said her boobs were so swollen and sore, she didn't know what the fuck happened, that she couldn't wear a bra for days. And obviously, she was walking a little bit funny.
Well, okay. So there's some positives coming out of this.
Her phone, her ID missing, same deal. Friends had described the guy to the police later that she got into the car with. And they talked to the bartenders at Trax nightclub. And they said, you know what? We got a guy who comes in here kind of looks like that all the time. So what they did was one of the bartenders took a photo of him, took a photo of his ID, followed him to the parking lot, got the license plate from his car, and they used the photo to ID him. Then they did, photo lineups for all these women. And how could you fucking mess up this face?
Right.
When the moon hits your eye like a big fat pizza pie, it's this fucking guy. So he gets arrested in front of his house. They serve a search warrant. 22 women's cell phones, personal effects, and things. He did this for years.
Wow.
And only these women went and reported it.
Well, he got sloppy, it seems like, too.
Yes. So 22 stolen cell phones, bank cards stolen, items stolen, jewelry and such from women. Now, he gets charged with 12 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of sexual assault, 7 counts of attempted sexual assault, 1 count of robbery. And Carl, he says he was innocent the whole fucking time.
Did he even work for Lyft?
Yes.
Okay.
He did. So he kind of knew what to do. He would get the women in the car that they were really, really drunk, and he would take their cell phones
and cancel it from their phone.
Yeah. Or he would make up a story. Now, some of these women, when they got tested, their blood panels, they found a bunch of muscle relaxers in their system. So these stories did not explain how they got it. These women don't recall taking any drugs. But one theory that I read was that this guy, when they give you the complimentary water bottle.
Oh, yeah.
These drunk broads like, oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And next thing you know, you're fucking Jello and he's got your phone and you're fucking canceled, bitch.
Right.
Yeah. So, oh my God. Good call, Rocco Orby. If Papa John and Captain Alex had a gay love child. Nailed it.
It's pretty good.
So this guy really figured out how to con the system. He was a Lyft driver. And now Lyft did make a statement. He is barred from using the app from now on. So when he gets out of jail in 290 years to
He
life,
can still be a passenger though, right? If he needs a ride at some point.
he's not allowed
What?
on the platform.
Jeez, Lyft.
He can't even catch a Lyft to jail.
Jeez, Lyft.
Yeah. So
Be
March
cool.
7th of this year, a couple months ago, he was sentenced to 290 years to life in prison for all of this. And I'm very thankful for that. Carl, that is my creepiest Lyft driver. John Pastor.
Before I present my creepy,
He's got a hog on him.
My creepy ride share, I do want to remind everyone we are celebrating today. That's right. Today is Super Chat Monday, and Chris Primer is here to help us celebrate with $10. Check your inbox, Lady K. My jerk boss and on my vacation time. If I can gift/donate my ticket and wine selection to a dickhead/WTB listener, someone should have fun. If not me, yes, I did see your note. Thank you for reminding me. I'll put it out in our Discord. We'll see if we can get someone. That sucks. You can't come. I'm sorry to hear that, Chris, but it's very nice of you and generous to donate your pass.
Also, thank you for the $10, Chris.
Yes.
This is Carl's MO. He ignores people and takes super chats for years at a time, I've heard.
Unbelievable.
That's what you do.
Unbelievable. Chris Angler in the morning.
The
Happy
Boston
Victoria
Show
Day and Super Chat Monday in the morning to you, sir, Chris.
What the fuck is Victoria Day? Is that like Canadian?
It's either Canada or England, one of those places.
Well,
it's got to be Canada. It's Canadian money.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks. Happy Victoria Day to you.
Acknowledge Sabu, Vinny. I will. R.I.P. Sabu.
That's one of those stupid wrestlers that stinks.
He was great, but he's all dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's all dead. He wrestled a match at 60 years old and then died 2 weeks later.
Yeah, I saw it. Didn't he have like a neck issue and he decided to go wrestle anyway? He had like a broken neck or something.
I don't know.
He recovered like within a week somehow. Went and wrestled in Japan. I don't know all the details.
No, he wrestled Joey Janela somewhere.
Okay.
Joey Janela's a shithead.
All right.
All right,
But Ric Flair's still going, huh?
Oh, Ric Flair was actually just at a thing the other
Nature
night.
Boy's still going. All
Dude,
right.
he was taking bumps in Puerto Rico, it looked like. Some guy was fucking giving him a headbutt. They were both in their 80s, and it looked like the worst fight you've ever seen in a nursing home.
Awesome. All right, you ready for my creepiest rideshare driver?
I think we'd do that.
I want to tell you about Francis Scott. Why don't you pull up a photo I sent you of Francis Scott? There he is. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2017, he pretended to be an Uber driver and offered a 15-year-old girl a ride to school. Rather than drive her to her school, though, he drove her to a secluded area behind some commercial buildings where he took her cell phone. Can you imagine? You're 15, a guy takes your cell phone. What the fuck?
That's probably for her best interest, honestly, Carl. I feel like he's trying to help the girl.
Well,
too many kids these days are into their phones way too much.
Especially at school, you're getting distracted. You're not paying attention.
Yeah, this guy is a mentor.
Well,
is what he's doing.
Except for after he took her phone, he went all the way with her.
To the school?
15-year-old girl he decided to have his way with, and they took it all the way.
To class?
Nope. I'm
where?
talking about SA, baby.
Also,
this guy's a very smart man. He decided to film all of that using his phone. So it's always good to get evidence of your felony.
He didn't do it with both phones just so they could both have
No. Maybe he shared it with her afterwards. I don't know, but that was just for him that he did. Turns out months earlier, he did this with a 17-year-old chick. He offered her a ride and then gave her alcohol and weed for the ride. Now, Vinny, you were talking about how you get those complimentary waters, maybe a mint or something. No one's ever offered me drugs or alcohol.
My Lyft driver offered me to sell me weed in Vegas.
Okay.
He pulled out like big old blunts. He's like, "Hey, buddy, you want one of these? They're $30." And he like handed me one to show it to me and everything. It was wild.
That's weird. I mean, it's legal there, so you can just go to any dispensary and buy that.
So we were at a hotel, obviously somewhere. I'm not going to say the name of the hotel, but the fucking security guy offered to sell me weed.
No.
Like
the Plaza's great, isn't it?
I didn't say it was the Plaza. I don't want to get that guy in trouble. But yeah, it was the Plaza. And he was like, "Yo,
Vegas.
You need the good stuff." I was like, "This place is amazing."
What a fun time that was. I know it's been said to death, but what a great weekend Patrick put on for all of us in Vegas. So 17-year-old girl, here's some alcohol, here's some weed, sweet girl, 17, she can't really handle her weed and alcohol, starts feeling lightheaded, passes out. And that's when Scott got out his phone again and recorded himself going to town on a passed out teenager.
What did she rate him?
Yeah, there was no rating. He took her phone.
Oh,
yeah. So there was no rating. The Providence Police Special Victims Unit and the FBI's Child Exploitation Unit also discovered videos allegedly filmed by Scott of him engaging in sex acts with numerous unidentified women, many of whom appear in the videos to be unconscious or semi-unconscious. So this guy is really smart.
Did he take any of them home and spoon?
He goes around and he knocks girls out, essays them, and films the whole thing to save for himself, to give evidence to the police, I suppose, and FBI. U.S. Attorney Zachary Cunha said that degradation, exploitation, and depravity represented by this defendant's abuse of his victims and this recording of those acts for his own obscene enjoyment are contemptible. Today's sentence should serve notice that we will bring to bear every law enforcement resource to address this kind of appalling abuse of children. Scott was sentenced on March 23rd, 2023 to 360 months of incarceration.
And what now?
Jesus Christ, in prison.
360
months. Fucking Porky Piggin'It over here. 360 months in federal prison, followed by 20 years of federal supervised release. I finally made Vinny laugh. Additional charges against Scott are pending in Rhode Island State Court. That is my creepiest rideshare, Francis Scott, who has sex with underage girls against their will and desire.
You don't know that.
Vote for Karl at thecreepoff.com.
You could do that.
That's where
or
you want to go.
You could do the smart thing. Please do. Thank you. Oh, that was a fun one, Karl.
Love Vinnie Carlino.
Everybody does. Everybody does. Now, my friend, I think it's time for probably my favorite 15, 20 minutes of the week. It's time for
I have another cop cam that's coming in from Bugle Me This. We're down in Florida, and it's after 1 a.m. And a police officer sees a car that's kind of swerving in and out of lanes, not really using the signals and stuff. So the cop follows this car into the gas station that it stops at. And that's where the police officer gets out and talks to the 20-year-old blonde driver of the vehicle in my clip number 1.
Oh, I'm sure she's charming. Uh-oh.
Can you pause it?
Sure can.
Everyone is saying that there's no audio coming through. They couldn't hear the jingle, and they're not hearing this.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, so something must be routed incorrectly.
Huh. Let's check one thing real fast.
This has happened like every show since we got back from Vegas. Everyone's having issues with their studio getting their shit together again.
You guys aren't getting any audio from that, huh? Let me see. Check, check, check.
Yeah, it's not coming through.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking here.
Okay. All right.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
This is how we celebrate Super Chat Monday, everyone.
Kind of cut. Yeah, kind of cut right across the center. You okay?
I think it's working now.
License, registration, proof of insurance.
Cut that part out. You see there's a cooler in the back seat.
I don't have insurance. I do have insurance, but I don't think I have. I never got the
So we'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
All right, hang on a call for me.
Okay, so he goes back.
Speaking of coolers, did you see how cool I played that?
Yes, that was
Because
well
I'm
done.
a level-headed guy who's not prone to anger.
That's what everybody knows
Especially
about
when
you.
things go wrong. I say it time and time again.
That's what everybody says about you.
They
Vinny.
call me Mr. Cool.
They really do. They're like, when the pressure gets heated up, Vinny cools down. All right.
Too hot to handle and too cold to hold. That's
Good-
what they
good
say
job.
about
I
Vinnie
like the-
Polito.
I like the new Vinny. I like that a lot. Okay. So he goes back, checks her stuff, and comes back up to the car. And she's decided, like the other cop videos we play, like the one we played in Vegas where the guy's like, no, I'm home now. That's my house right there. So I'm good. You can't do anything. I'm home.
Yeah, the
Home base
fallacy.
Right. The home base fallacy with these police officers. She thinks that she can just call for a ride. She's like, all right, you don't want me driving? That's fine. I'll just have my mom pick me up.
Mm,
So she decides that's what her strategy is going to be.
perfect.
All right. Here's the deal. Pulled you over for a lane violation. Ran all over the place. Okay. There's an odor of alcohol present in the vehicle as I'm speaking to you. Okay. From your breath as I talk to you. Okay. For use of standardized field sobriety tests, I want you to show me you're able to operate a motor vehicle without impairment. You understand?
I did it right now. What if I got a ride?
You can't call a ride. We're not calling an Uber. We're not doing anything. You're driving your car. I want to make sure that you're able to get in your car and drive home.
What if I ride home?
We're not leaving your car here. You're in your vehicle,
Why?
and I have to make sure you're safe enough to drive in your current condition. Okay? Because you were driving when I made contact with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I ride home? Like, what if I'm on? Like, what if I park my car and then my mom?
No,
Or like, why are anyone game got me?
not an option.
Yeah. Just what if she just like parks her car somewhere?
These
Then her
cops
mom
are
comes
not
in.
cool.
Comes
Honey.
and gets her.
Honey, I'll give her a ride.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what the problem is here. She just wants to get a ride home. She wants to go home.
She just wants to go home.
The police officer is
I'll
not
even
having
take her
that.
to her mom's house.
Well, she's one of these people, and she's 20 years old. She's an adult. She's one of these people who thinks that mom's going to help her get out of things with the law enforcement.
That girl's only 20.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess like 30.
Yeah.
That's Florida. That's a Florida 20.
Yeah, well, the sun's hot there, buddy. Sun is hot. She looks pretty good, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely
She
cute.
got some fun bags going on.
You should have seen her when she was 18.
So my clip number 3, she asked the officer if she could, probably call her mom before she has to do the field sobriety test.
Oh
Yeah, I'm like drinking. Like, I don't know.
Well, I can smell alcohol come from your breath even as you're standing here
God.
outside of
Missing teeth. What the fuck is going on?
I'm drunk.
What's that for? Well, I don't know. And it's my job to make sure you're not impaired before you get in your car and drive home from here.
I'm not gonna drive from there. Why can't my mom come and get me
Not an
there?
option. It's you drive home or you don't drive home.
Why? Why can't mom come and get me?
It's not an option. Okay?
Why?
Because you're an operator of a motor vehicle and you were driving
But
a car.
I'm not gonna
You
drive.
were driving a
though, but I'm
car in
not-
this condition. You were driving a car in this condition. Okay, so it's already, like I said, we're not calling anybody. We're not calling an Uber. You're not
Alright.
calling for a
All
ride.
right, that's good then.
Okay, so you want to
Can
participate?
I tell my mom first? So can I call her and tell her?
No, you're not calling.
Why?
Because you are an adult, okay, and you were driving a car, and I'm going to make sure you're able to drive a car safely home.
But I still live at home though, so like, why can't I call her and tell her that yeah, I am doing this?
Yeah, what is this guy's problem? She just wants to call her mom and try to get out of getting a ticket. I don't understand what the big deal is here.
Because the officer doesn't want to talk to mommy.
She really is not understanding this at all. She really thinks she has the right to call her mom before she has to do anything.
I have the right to a phone call. No, honey, you will.
Yes, you
In
will.
roughly, 10 minutes.
Not from the phone in your pocket either. But then, this, I think you probably saw that last clip. Another officer shows up. She's very confused about this. Why is there a second officer that just showed up here?
Make sure that you're safe to drive home. And I don't need your mom here. Okay? You're an adult, okay? But that is not an option right now.
But I still am 20 years old though, and it still matters.
Okay. We're not calling anybody. Okay. For this first one,
Jesus Christ. This
let me come back here. We're going to stay right here. Stay right
Why
here.
is it trivial though? Why is it trivial?
Because everything's being audio and video recorded, okay? And it's our policy to have two officers.
But yeah,
It's our policy to have two officers present while we're doing a DUI investigation, okay?
Can you call my mom?
No, not an option. Stay over there,
And you need to step away.
okay?
So now the boyfriend also thinks, hey, I can just drive, officer, if that's the problem. You don't want her behind the wheel. That's not, I'll just call her mom. I'll drive her. People all think the same dumb shit.
Yeah, I don't care for this one cop, though. I don't like the way he's clicking his pen.
Yeah, he's a little annoying. He's also a very big boy.
Yeah, she's very drunk, too. I'm surprised she's not going, why is there an egg trying to talk to me?
Don't fall down, Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, this is the dumpiest looking cop I think I've ever seen on the show.
It's not great.
Listen, I would defy this guy to catch me. I would just start circling around the car just for the funsies of it. Like, I would be talking to him, and I would even be detained. I would just wander around the car.
If you catch me, I'll go to jail. Okay, how about that? Did you hear earlier? He goes, I can smell alcohol in your breath. She goes, that doesn't mean I'm drunk. But the fact that you're slurring every other word probably does, be my guess.
I like what she said. Like, how my mom.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll take care of that in just a moment. So they start the field sobriety test, and she feels it's taking too long. She doesn't like how often she has to go with her eyes looking at the pen back and forth. And she complains about it.
Well, you gotta let them know. I mean, if you don't know that you have an issue with it,
yep.
They can't get better.
They go up and down now, okay?
Does it last this long?
Yes, it does.
It does?
Yep.
I don't remember being this long.
Well, we're not trained in DUI investigations.
Well, I mean, I've been through a DUI.
Okay, that doesn't mean you're trained in DUI.
You
are arguing with me.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying I've been through this, so.
You see the stimulus, the red tip of my finger?
Because sometimes cops fuck with people, and
Okay.
like they shouldn't. I'm just saying, like they do, like they have power over like other shit. Like it's not.
Would you like to continue?
He's like, okay, yeah. Sometimes cops are corrupt and awful and do shitty things. All right. Anyway, you want to look at this pen for a little while, or what are we doing? What are we going to do next? I like that he goes, you're not trained in DUI investigations, so maybe that's why you don't understand how this is going down. No, I've done this before, officer. By the way, not a good thing to bring up. I get pulled over for DUIs all the time. Also, 20 years old, you're not allowed to have any alcohol.
Correct.
On your breath.
Correct.
Not even of age.
She should be going to jail immediately. She's going to jail no matter what because of that.
You would think so, yeah. Well, at this point, she's like, okay, I did your stupid look at your pen thing. Can I call my mom now? And he's like, no, listen, stop it. You're not calling your mom. It's not what we're doing here. You're being investigated for DUI. That's what we're doing. So then they start talking about which line to use for her to walk, heel to toe, 9 paces, turn around and come back. And they're looking at, there's lines over there in the parking lot. There's some over there. She wants to go on the road. She keeps insisting like, no, we got to do it the right way. We got to do the one in the road.
Let her. Just
Why? Well, right. You would think so.
Go ahead.
This is my clip 6.
Oh God, she's a treat.
Well,
y'all
that's
get
a standard
anyone
line.
at anything. Y'all get anyone for any little thing they fuck up on. Y'all get them for that. So let's go on the street
Preach.
then. 'Cause I don't care about
We could use an imaginary line right here as well. You okay with that?
Well, actually, we can do imaginary line because then you're not gonna. No, we can't do that.
I'm gonna have you stand where you were.
No, we can't do that. It's not a
You're
lie. It's not a
obstructing
lie.
the
Y'all-
sun and the
one
camera,
little step
sir.
off, they're gonna be like, oh,
Okay. Would you like to move on?
normal line.
Okay, we're not
Normal
gonna.
line, like.
I hope that we don't. I hope we're not at an impasse here. We have a solid yellow line right there. It's nice and straight. It's about the width that we need. Okay.
She was giving her options. She does not like any of them. She just wants to play in the street.
I love drunk people when they're being a matter of fact, or they clap their hands and stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, what are you, stupid? Yeah. I think I know
So
what's going
awful.
on here better than you do, officer.
she's
Quite
so
obviously.
awful.
She's pretty awful, Vinny.
Yeah, I don't care for her.
Yeah, wait till you meet her mom. Anyway,
Oh no,
clip-
how does mom even know?
the boyfriend called her.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
clip 7, she is confused about the cameras the police officers wear.
Why?
I don't know.
So,
What the fuck is that?
my body worn camera. Okay, I'm gonna film. So when you were ready, go ahead and
Why?
begin.
Why do you film it?
You're being audio
Mukbang.
video recorded this whole time.
Why do you film it?
We film everything.
So 9 here, 9 back.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
Hey, but I think we should do this on the normal line because
I offered you an imaginary line, yellow line over there, and yellow line over here.
She gets twisted with cops. So if it gets twisted with like anything, if you step off a little tiny bit of the line, it's fucking twisted. So
It's about the width of your foot, okay? And there's a difference between stepping off and stepping a little to the side. Okay? So it's about the width of your foot.
This officer is losing patience. So I like that she's like, why are you recording this? To humiliate you on YouTube later. Why do you think they're recording this?
Good point.
Dummy.
I would like to thank the Florida police for this.
Yes. She has a lot of conspiracy theories about police officers. You notice that?
She does. Dwyer Christian makes a point. He would fail the line walk. He would. He can't see his toes.
No, I know. He wasn't good at demonstrating it for her either, I'll be honest.
That's a pigeon-toed motherfucker right there.
So after she does the walk, she doesn't do a great job of it, but she doesn't fall over either. So after that, he has a third assignment for her. She has to tilt her head back, close her eyes, and then touch her nose, at the tip of her finger to the tip of her nose. And Vinny,
She can't do it.
are you familiar with this in the field sobriety test?
No.
No, have you seen this happen before where they had the
Yeah,
cop
yeah,
makes
yeah,
you
yeah,
touch
yeah,
your
yeah.
nose? I've seen it a million times. She believes that he is just making this up, that he's just making up a whole new ordeal for her that no one's ever done before.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean my head back and touch my nose, and Jeffrey Epstein hung himself. Okay,
Yes.
whatever you say.
Yeah, she's on a lot of the Reddits. That's giving her a lot of information.
Stinks. Okay.
I'm going to say left. When I say left, you take the left tip of your finger and touch the tip of your nose.
It's not a DUI thing.
You bring back down your
So why am I
side without
doing
being
this?
obstructed.
I just
Yeah?
know why am I doing this? It's not a DUI thing.
When I say right,
No,
you do the same thing.
I
You take
just
the right
know.
tip of your finger,
I
touch
just
the
know.
tip of your nose,
Please,
and bring it
please.
back down your side without
This
being
isn't
obstructed.
a DUI thing. So I
It
just
is.
know why.
I assure you it is.
I've had
Okay?
a DUI. I've never did this in my DUI though. So how is it a thing?
It is a thing. It's part of standardized field sobriety tasks. Okay, I'm asking you to participate. Okay, it's your choice. I've explained it,
I
demonstrate.
passed pretty much almost every.
Ma'am, you need to stay over there.
You want me to continue?
That's fantastic. You need to stay over there.
You want me to start over again?
You need to stay over there. If you ask another question, it's going to be obstruction.
What?
So they didn't want mom there, obviously.
Yeah.
She was insisting on calling. Mom shows up anyway. And she goes, "That's my daughter." He goes, "Fantastic. Stay over there. We don't care." I don't know why these people think that their families come before law enforcement.
It's wild. Like, this isn't the courtroom, like where the family could be there to support you.
Right.
This is the fucking gas station.
Your
just-
daughter is wasted at 1:20 a.m. and she's being looked at for a DUI. And mom's gonna come to the rescue. What does she think she's gonna do here?
My mom is going to come and explain that I was good in third grade
Yep.
and that I've had some trouble in my life and that,
If you knew
Sometimes-
my father,
yes,
you'd also want to be drinking on a Saturday night and driving
yes.
all around.
And if you knew all of my circumstances and my mom explains every part of my life to you, then
Ugh.
of course you would show sympathy on me and let me go, even though I'm clearly guilty of being drunk and driving this car. Ossifer.
All right, so my clip number 9, she really thinks that the cops are just making this shit up to fuck with her.
It's the only thing that's charming about her is this level of naivete.
His cops make things up though.
Okay.
Not being me like the cops.
I'm
They fucking make shit up and put it in their fucking brains.
I'm not making anything up. So again, feet together, point your fingers down our side.
They are.
Do you want me to explain it? Do you want me to explain again?
Yeah, please too.
Okay. So point your finger down your side.
She's fun, isn't she, Vinny? She's a fun one.
Oh, she's so annoying. I want this guy to put his legs over his shoulders like that fat kid in Hook and just roll over her. He stinks too.
Don't worry, you're gonna get some satisfaction coming up. But first, my clip 10. I just want to show you she's not good at this drill.
Okay.
Left,
Whoops, there it is.
right,
Whoops, there it is.
and left.
Whoops, there it is. Missed all 3.
Well,
Miss
touch your
Telford.
toes, asshole. Then we'll talk.
Can't even see my toes.
They're obstructed, are they?
All right. So you could probably tell, and I've only pulled a few clips. This goes on for a long time. You can probably tell that she's intoxicated.
And most of the time, when she has her head tilted back and her eyes closed, she's not trying to get something to touch her nose. So, I mean,
see
I
what you
give
did
her
there.
a pass.
I see what you did. Probably doesn't practice this all that often. Clip 11, I think it's time to get the handcuffs out. What do you think, Vinny?
I like to watch him try to reach him. This guy's got T-Rex arms. Look at those.
You are going to be placed under arrest for DUI. So place your hands behind your back.
No, I'm not.
Do not resist me. Okay. Place your hands behind your back.
Mind you, all different. Mom.
Pulling away. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, Bob to the
Stop
rescue.
it. Put your hands together. She did.
You gotta run her. Titty, you gotta run her.
You're getting resisted. Stay back. Stay back.
Are they popping out? Is that what's going on here?
Stay back. She's getting charged with it.
I did everything.
Stop.
Oh, boy.
I got locked.
So she's just like jumping around like she's in a mosh pit all of a sudden. Not sure what she thinks she's going to accomplish with that.
She's putting on a show for everybody, so go ahead.
That's true. Now, what they're screaming at each other is kind of hard to hear. Is that she thinks that she passed this field sobriety test with flying colors,
No sweat.
and Mom agrees. Mom's like, I was watching, honey. You killed it. There's no reason why they should be arresting you. You're obviously bone sober.
It's a fucking 8th grade beauty pageant all over again.
Right? Yeah. What the fuck? You're robbed here. This is not fair.
Oh, Jesus.
Something against our family or something. So yeah, this is my clip 12. She continues to feel that she's being treated unfairly. And then we check out what's going on in that cooler in her car.
Oh, good.
Oh, I did everything! I did everything! What the fuck, bro? I'm on probation, Mom!
Violation too.
Go to your car. Go to your car and leave. Cooler in the back.
Yeah, leave.
That's my property. So yes, I will.
Who's the car registered to?
It's registered to her.
Huh, it's registered to her and it's not hers. Yeah.
No snacks, power.
Thought there'd be some cheeses or something.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. I watched you get hugging in.
So he starts pulling out beers. There's a bottle of vodka in that cooler. She's got all the booze she's driving around with back there. And of course, Mom's screaming that that's her property and she has a right to something or other.
I mean, is she saying the car belongs to her?
I
'Cause
think
she's like
so.
20.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not even sure.
And
if
if the
that's
car, if
true.
you're letting your 20-year-old who already has a DUI out in the car,
who's on probation,
yeah, you're a terrible mother to begin with.
Oh, this mom's the worst.
Okay.
She has raised a piece of shit daughter, and this piece of shit daughter has some tricks up her sleeve. My clip 13 here.
Oh, she's got some tits under her shirt too.
That's bullshit. I didn't get nasty. I tried to walk up nicely.
Step out.
Nicely.
Why?
Because I think you undid your cuffs. Step out.
No, I didn't.
Turn that way then.
Oh,
Why does it matter?
Because I'm checking your handcuffs now. Turn that way.
Ah,
Ah.
I
she's
did.
out of the cup.
Let go of me. Then let go of me. I'm not resisting.
Pulling,
I did nothing.
pulling away is resisting.
Hey.
She's a gnat's ass away from going for obstruction.
Really? That's why I'm so
She takes another foot over
Why
here.
I just hold you by for no reason?
She's allowed to scream at you, officer. It's my mom. Of course she'd be screaming. How funny is that? All of a sudden she's all coy and like, hey, get out. She's like, why? What's up? What do you mean? she thought, what did you think she was gonna do? Strangle the cop when he started driving away or something? Like, what's the point of getting out of the handcuffs?
I would have really enjoyed it. Let me tell you what I would have done. If I was ever in this situation and somehow I got out of the cuffs, like I would even fucking try.
Right.
But if I did and they pulled me out like that, I would get out and be like, sure. And then I go, ta-da!
Right, yeah, have some fun with it.
Yeah, and have some fun with it. Be like, all right, there you go.
I'm a big Houdini fan.
Yeah.
All right, this is my clip number 14. And again, the kids think that parents can solve all of their problems for them. And I do not understand why.
So why can't I talk to my mom? Let me talk to her for 1 fucking second. Let me talk to her then. Let me
There's
talk
no-
to her. Shit, let me talk to her.
Have a seat.
Yo! Get out of my car, please, Mom!
Get in the car. Get in the car.
Please, Mom!
Get in the
Go
car.
in my fucking car, please!
What a rational conversation. I bet you two would have.
Jesus. They won't let me talk to my mom. Correct. You're under arrest. You're driving wasted. And now you're being an asshole. So this is great, Vinny, because now we're going to find out why this woman behaves the way that she does as we go over and talk to her lovely mother in my final call.
Oh my God. Let me guess. The mother looks like she's on track to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I go to field sobriety training? Because I'm going to tell you right now she did. She's a fucking asshole that just strong-armed her, and you witnessed it all. You seen it.
Yes, because
No.
she resisted.
No, she did not resist.
right.
She just said no. And then all she
Okay,
said is let me talk about it.
resisting-
That's why he just
Hold on.
checked her.
Do you want to listen or do you want to keep talking?
Too tight. That's why he checked her.
Resisting is pulling, pushing, anything
That's
active
extra
like
time
that.
for you guys to get.
She had active resistance against him.
No, he
All right.
didn't. Come on.
Yes,
He's
she
double
did.
her fucking size. He's fucking up
Okay.
500 pounds
Okay.
to 90 pounds.
If I have you in handcuffs and you're pulling away,
No?
preventing
If
me
he-
from putting you in handcuffs,
You know what he's pulling away for?
What?
Because he's got him so fucking tight. That's why he just checked him again.
they weren't tight.
said
She
there's
just
no
slipped
tight,
out of
ma'am.
them.
Bullshit.
She got
She
right out of
slipped
them.
out of them. It's
Bullshit.
all
I
on camera.
watched him.
Yeah, and she
That's
wasn't
my
wearing
kid.
any
I
camera.
watched it.
Okay.
He
We-
strong
I-
armed the fuck out of her. He's 500 pounds to her 90 pounds. He threw her up against the back, fucking did all this shit to her. I watched it.
All right.
And you stood there and witnessed it too.
Yeah, I helped him take her
Yeah.
into custody.
Bullshit. He's I don't even want him driving.
Nothing that
He's probably gonna
officer-
slap the fuck out of her. He's an asshole.
Nothing that officer
I'm
did
telling
was
you right now.
a violation.
I watched her. She's standing there doing this. You guys did all kinds of tests on her.
Yeah, she
Then
once
he's pulling
when
out
she
all
did
of
the
her shit out of
walk-in
the cooler
turn.
that she's not
When
even
she did the
drinking.
walk-in turn, she stepped off the line.
Just
When
sit
she
in the
did the
cooler in
finger to
backseat
nose,
of
she missed
car,
her nose.
pulling it all out.
She failed to put her
Sticking it up
arm.
on the hood.
You don't need to explain.
I know. It's just unbelievable.
I don't know why the cop actually went through the explanation right there to this hysterical idiot.
And then he was drooling. I saw him drooling because he was looking at her, picturing a hamburger, and he was going to eat her face off. I saw him.
And then he wanted her titty to pop out, but it didn't pop out. But he wanted it to pop out, but it did not.
And he was batting him like a baby kitten. He was sitting there going, bah, 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 bah,
Oh,
bah.
I was just describing you, not the officer.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah,
Also describing my family.
that is another entitled brat. And if you're watching this, you saw she was given 1 year probation, a suspended license for a year, 50 hours of community service. I'm sure she'll learn her lesson on this one and will treat officers better and with more respect in the future.
I think you're right, Carl. It's good to see a young person, who went down the wrong path get set straight.
It is fun. Comeuppance is one of our favorite things on this show. On
Big
the
fans.
Creep Off. Vinny, it is Super Chat Monday and of course Victoria Day, as we've been celebrating all morning. But let's see what the people are saying out there.
Jared, thanks for the $5. Speaking of Queen Victoria, the creepiest royal would be a fun one. We had talked about that this weekend, and I
Weird
looked
that
into
you
it.
said that because is that why? Because it's Victoria Day that we had that
No,
idea.
Somebody just put it out there. I don't know. And it was I put a thing on Twitter just to see what anybody thought, for a category. And somebody posted that. I was like, that's pretty good. And I started looking into it. And it was all like turn of the century people. There wasn't anybody like super current apart from Prince Andrew.
Yeah,
So, they keep their secrets pretty well hidden.
that's true. That's one thing they're very good at. They are creeps, but they do get away with it.
Yeah, they hide in plain sight. Next picks, thanks for the $6.99. Carl, I turned 40 on Saturday. What do I have to look forward to in my 40s? P.S. Vinny Winnie.
For me, my 40s have been the best decade of my life so far. I'll tell you that, Max Picks. I hope it is for you as well. Get your shit figured out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, 40s rule.
Yeah, 40s have been good.
Amanda Lynn Nappy, thanks for the $9.99. Way to ruin Super Chat Monday, Vinny. Vote for the underdog, Carl. Are you losing weight? Your arms look shorter today.
Fuck off, Amanda Linappy. I didn't say I judged shrinking. I didn't say he was losing weight. Fucking guys.
Joseph Collins, thanks for the $4.99. Been through that twice. Not good both times. Lessons learned.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently lessons were not learned until the second time, Joseph. But yeah, it's not a fun process.
Well, he said lessons.
yeah.
It was plural. Rocco or B 2002. Thank you for the
Thanks,
$2
buddy.
super sticker. We appreciate that.
We do
bro.
appreciate you for that.
Guess what time it is, Carl?
Time for voicemails.
We
buddy.
got to catch up. We got a lot of them sitting right here.
Okay.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse. Diddy trials in full force, with witnesses reporting that Diddy would go to the most expensive hotel and throw wild sex parties. Don't worry though, if he tries that at our Red Roof Inn, we will put down our reusable tarp. See you in Syracuse.
Smart.
Nice red roof end too.
Really not great. Wheel of Consequence idea.
Consequence idea. Live show performance of Kanye's new song. You know which song. Don't go to school tomorrow.
What do you think, Vinny? You want to start singing Hail Hitler?
Where?
On YouTube?
At the Boston show?
At the Boston show. That's a good idea. Do karaoke.
Maybe. I don't really want to. I don't think that would be a good choice. Here's
That song is very personal. If you listen to the lyrics, it's very personal to Ye. It's not really something that I can make my own.
My wife doesn't wear pants.
Hey, but went back and started from the beginning with the bonus episodes and realized, you love to keep going 4 years later, rerunning the intro music, but also any updates on Pamper Chew and Chris Chan, those fucking creeps? All right. And maybe Pamper Chew's dead. Cancer.
Yeah, he got cancer
right?
from eating the diapers.
So you
He was eating those dirty diapers. He was microwaving them and eating them.
It's bad for you?
Not good.
Okay.
He's all dead. And he was a young man.
But Christine Chandler is back at it.
Yeah, Christine is out doing
Yeah.
just fine, waiting for the dimensional merge.
Yeah, Chris Chan is back to streaming again.
Have we done 3 or 4 Chris Chan? Maybe we should check in on Chris.
We should check it on Chris. It's been a while.
You know what else we need to do?
You know what I've been traveling with in my backpack ever since you gave it to me?
I hope not.
I swear to God.
It's not in here, is it?
It is. It's on your couch right now. I took it on airplanes with me. I took it to Vegas. Oh, maybe that's why I walked by the craps table and fucked up the craps roll twice in a row.
No shit.
Yes, I was the cooler in Vegas.
You know,
Maybe that's why.
did I tell the story about how I hit on the slot machine?
We talked about it on the bonus show, but
Did
not
we?
on maybe afterwards we talked about it.
I don't know. I hit pretty good. I bet $1 like the entire time I was there, and I hit for 650 triple sevens times 3.
Amazing.
And I told my Uber driver that the next morning as I was on the way to the airport, because she said, "How'd you do?" I said, "Oh, yeah, did good." And she just looked like she was going to kill herself. She was just like,
well, she must hear stories like that all the fucking time. Like, oh yeah, I just decided to, pull a lever one time and now I'm rich. You're like, oh, I sat at these tables and at slot machines for decades and I've never won anything. And that's why
I had a family.
Right. Exactly.
I used to have people who loved me.
Exactly. I can only imagine.
Oh, man.
I have a voicemail for us here.
Please.
Hey, this is for the creep off. Callback Curtis here. It's been a while. I'm perpetually like 10 days behind in the podcast, so I can't really leave a relevant voicemail, but I guess that is kind of a callback. Anyway, Vinny, got a quick question. With John trying to schedule up a bunch of shows and stuff, do you know if by chance he's tried to reach out at Comedy at the Carlson or another Rochester area comedy club for a show? I'd be very curious to see him trying to walk back everything you said. All right, call me back. Fuck my ass.
Yeah, John is definitely actively setting up shows and comedy shows. Is he coming to come back to the Comedy at the Carlson?
He did call me that once.
That's true. When he thought you were Vinny Brad, that's true. He did call you.
Yeah. No. If he did contact the club, trust me, I would know about it.
There's no fucking way he wants to come to Rochester. Remember, the reason why he canceled the show is because you couldn't guarantee that I wouldn't be there.
Well, it was after I told him, fucking do the show on your own. I'm not helping you.
Oh, I remember. I
And
remember
then
how
he
that went
quit.
down, but he was all upset that I was going to be there. It was in writing. The Carl couldn't be there. He's not coming anywhere near Rochester. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a chance we could show up at a show, I don't think he'd be there. I don't think he'd book anywhere further north than the city. And if he goes to Buffalo or something like that, I'll buy a ticket.
Yeah, we'll go to Buffalo to see him.
Yeah.
Speaking of comedians in Rochester, Jim Florentine, May 30th and 31st here at Comedy at the Carlson. Get your tickets.
I hear his opener is quite mid.
Oh, you're opening?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll get there late.
You're a real prick.
Hey guys, I'm relatively new to the show and I'm loving it so far, but I saw the Creepiest Professor episode and there's definitely more of us in that pool. I have a couple of stories myself, but I thought I would recommend the Creepiest Grad Students. I remember one guy in my master's cohort who bragged about graduating from Columbia, could barely go 10 minutes without a cigarette, and he once showed up to class without any shoes, but he still had socks on and it was raining that day. He was also in several other classes where he was clearly on opioids. But he couldn't drive himself to class because he had led the police on an over an 80-mile-an-hour chase on Texas country roads. So, of course, he crashed and then tried to flee on foot. So probably some meth in there, too. There was another guy in a different program who dropped out to study necropsy, which is like autopsies on animals in Florida. And he always wanted to share like gore videos and pictures and claimed to be related to one of the Red Hot Chili Pepper band members. But thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Okay. I don't know if you know how creeps work. At least, unless we got to the police chase, there was something going on there. But like, just show up to class with socks on. I don't know that we'd win that week with that one.
He did, do meth or whatever, but whatever.
Sure, don't we all though?
Here's another one. This is a good warning.
Okay.
Hey guys, this is a warning. CP, do not put become Mormon on the fucking wheel of consequences. A consequence is supposed to be like a one and done. Haha, that was funny. Not a lifelong fucking set of consequences. My marriage to my first wife was in the Mormon temple.
Oof.
I haven't seen that bitch in 14 or 15 years. They still come to my fucking door and I've moved 5 times. So yeah, do not. There's no amount of saying no that'll stop those fucking human pop-up ads from coming back. Thank you, fuck you, bye.
So what you're saying is we shouldn't have to join a cult, but we could start our own?
That's what I heard.
That could be a consequence.
Hey, DP, you can't escape Heavenly Father. Don't you forget it. Oh, man, there's so many. This one really warmed my heart.
Yeah, I'm listening to all the episodes I've been missing. I had a lot about shit on my plate. I just realized that your show is the only place where you can hear Sean the auto engineer every week.
Correct.
Sad. Very sad.
Last place.
Disgusting,
All right, you guys are pretty cool.
vomit-inducing thing.
All right, thanks, buddy. Thanks for the call. I have another voicemail for us here, Vinny. It's a long one, so I apologize.
Hey, this message is for Who Are These Creeps, aka the Creep Off. I'm deep into the well, catching up on old episodes, and I came across the one where you guys kept calling him Jimmy Savile. It's Seville, just for future reference.
Jimmy Seville. Good to know.
But anyway, I had a question. I want to sign up for the Patreon, but I go through Apple, and you guys are saying I should not. I saw there's a court ruling recently about that, the surcharge. So I don't know if I should sign up through Apple or not. That's pretty much it. I need to know, guys. What's the deal with that? And then also, what the fuck? Who's this fucking Maddox guy? Can you guys shed some light, please? God damn it! All right, sorry. I think this is over 40 seconds, but my dumb ass was fucking around.
All right. I love when people go longer explaining why they're going longer. We don't have to do that.
Either way, welcome to the party, my friend.
Welcome to the show. And good question. So I wanted to address this. First off, yeah, there's big news. Patreon won their whatever it was with Apple because Apple was charging 30% of the money that was going if you purchase it through an iPhone. And so they can't do that anymore.
Which is great because it really did affect our bottom line.
Of course.
It affected everybody.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just because you're on an iPhone, Apple takes 30% of your transaction. It doesn't make any sense. So hopefully that's going to turn into Apple not being able to do that across super chats and everything else they're stealing our money from. I love iPhones. I use them, but goddamn, it's ridiculous how they steal our money. So I don't know when that's going to take effect, but right now, the way I have Patreon set up, and I think you do for our show too, is if they're on an iPhone, automatic 30% surcharge above and beyond what it normally would be.
Which is terrible. We don't want you to do that.
Right. So you're paying $7.50 for the monthly Patreon instead of $5.
One of the things you can do is just go to patreon.com/thecreepoff and just sign up there. It's the easiest way, and you don't have to worry about it.
And then you can still go to your phone then and listen to it and watch it and get all the stuff from the Patreon app, or you can set up an RSS feed and listen to all the shows with your Patreon RSS feed. But yeah, just use a computer, sign up for it there. But that will be going away. The surcharge will be going away. And as far as Maddox goes, we have 2 very special episodes for those people who sign up for our Patreon or our YouTube page here, where you can see us induct him into the Creep Off Hall of Fame in a 2-part series with Tab Burt. And I highly recommend those episodes. You'll learn all about Maddox.
You know, Mandolin Nappy just came in with the super chat, so we'll hit it up right here. Thanks for the 99. Great show as always, boys. Thanks for the fun start to the week. Looking forward to a week with a regular schedule, even though I love the live show weeks.
Yes, we're back to the regular schedule. We're no longer in Vegas. So, Amanda Nappy, thank you for being here. Programming note, we will be doing Point Dabble Point over on Who Are These Podcast channel at 4:15 Eastern time today.
That is accurate. You could go over there and watch Carl talk about Stuttering John.
Well, we have
or whatever.
We have a number of topics, but Adam Bush is going to be joining us. Ava Riza making her debut on my channel. Shuli will be there.
Good. Have fun, everybody. Have a good time with that.
We will.
Or just watch the show again. You could do that too.
Or you can watch the show
You
again.
can just show it to your friends. That'll be good too. And by the way, thank you again, buddy, for wanting to sign up for the Patreon to that last guy. Thank you for that. You get bonus merch. You get merch. You get bonus episodes. All sorts of silliness. And there's going to be another Hall of Fame induction very soon. I'm putting out the nominations this week. So make sure you are at least following the page for that.
Hey, OG Waitress here. And after listening to this last week's episode, come to find out everybody was losing their voicemail privileges. I get it. But this week, got a story for you. Completely unannounced and out of context. Had somebody come up to me and go, I hate Indian people. The smelly ones and the ones that don't tip. Get that last part, but she just walked away after that. Anyway,
that's fun.
Fuck you guys. Bye.
What are we missing not hanging out inside of an Olive Garden?
Right?
That's what I'm wondering. I believe we have one more I'm going to play from our pal Podcast Prophet. We hadn't heard from him in a while.
Okay.
Hey, Vinny, hey, Carl. Podcast Prophet here. Holy Spirit is speaking through me. Did you guys know that William Shatner in the 80s wanted to make a line of women's underwear? But the problem was Shatner Panties wasn't really a catchy name, so it never went through. Also,
got me.
How dare you take 2 fucking weeks off? Like, I don't pay you guys to take time off. I pay you to fucking get and dance like monkeys and get on the fucking microphone and entertain me. So let's get back to that. All right. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
He's like the drunk lady in that video going, get back to that monkeys dance.
Right. Yes. Thank the A-team for getting our channel suspended for an entire week.
Yeah, no more watch alongs on the bonuses,
No,
guys.
it's not worth
We're
it.
done forever.
Not worth it.
We're done forever,
Sucks.
unfortunately. Which really does. But if that was the last Hogan thing we watched, it was pretty fucking good.
It was great.
It was really great.
It was ridiculous.
All right. Carl, I believe that makes it time for a scum parade. You ready to go?
Let's go.
Scum parade, take me on a raid of these fuck charades that these creeps have made. Scum parade, Vinny and Carl gonna tell you about some fuck shit. Scum parade, like stories of a kid fucked by his mom or dad.
Oh boy.
Sucking up the blood of a cat. Scum parade.
Oh, Carl, we got some fun ones today.
Yes, we do.
I went a little light on you guys this week. We're going to ease into things. This is Jessina Faye Ezel. She's 34 years old of Gulfport, Mississippi. She was arrested on May 11th after police say she returned to a Dollar General store just moments after robbing it in search of her lost cell phone.
This reminds me of those guys who stole the ATM from this comedy club. One of the dudes left his phone at the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
He wasn't dumb enough to come back and ask for it, though.
Yeah. I don't think it did anything. I think it was probably just stolen cell phone, too.
True. Yeah, good point.
But according to the Gulfport Police Department and reports from WLOX, the incident occurred around 9:32 p.m. at the Dollar General located on Who Gives a Fuck Road. Investigators say Ezel entered the store armed with a handgun, demanded money from the staff. During the robbery, Ezel allegedly became involved in a physical struggle with store employees before fleeing with an undisclosed amount of cash.
Wait, there's people who work at a Dollar General who give a shit about their job? That's the most shocking thing about this
Dude,
story.
do you remember my brother was one of them? He chased the guy with the box cutter that got ran over by the car.
I thought the Dollar General was just like, if you have a gun, you can have our money. It's fine. We're not going to ask any questions.
Yeah. And you know, my favorite thing about that was they fired my brother after.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, you can't work.
You care
here.
too
Just
much.
let him take that shit. Just,
Yep.
It was tube socks, dude. Fucking let him go. Now, police were already on the scene of investigating the crime when Jessenia returned, reportedly asking about a cell phone she had dropped during the
Officer, I am
robbery.
so sorry to bother you. It looks like you're very busy with this investigation that you're doing right here, but has anyone seen my iPhone? It's got a pink case on it. It's Hello Kitty. Anyone seen it?
I imagine the cops in the back with the manager looking at the tapes, going, huh.
Yeah, they're looking at the live. They're looking at what just happened. They're like, she looks familiar. Wait a second. This is a...
ma'am, wait 1 moment. She was arrested and charged with 1 count of armed robbery and booked into the Harrison County Jail.
Yeah, she's a fucking idiot.
Certainly is. Now, one of my very best friends in the world works for Lowe's. And boy, did I have a good time telling him this story at breakfast yesterday. James Calavis, he's 66 years old. He's from Jasper, Georgia. He was arrested in Slidell, Louisiana on May 12th after police found him naked and masturbating inside a display storage shed at a Lowe's Home Depot improvement store.
That's why you never buy the display sheds. It's tempting. They're cheaper, but you don't know who's whacked off in it. So
that's why
assemble it on your own when you get home.
That's why back in the day, my mom wanted to buy a VCR that was like on display. I was like, you have no idea who shot a load into that thing. You don't want that.
Is that what you said to your mom?
Yeah.
People are shooting loads into VCRs?
Yeah.
Was that a thing in the 80s? I don't know.
It was the 90s. It was in the early 90s. I was just like, Mom, come on. Smarten up. According to the report from the Smoking Gun, officers responded to a 911 call about a nude man inside one of the 4 sale outdoor sheds on Lowe's property. After checking several units, police found him lying on the floor of one shed, pants around his ankles with an open container of Vaseline beside him. Fucking disgusting.
Dude, it's real important that you learn how to do the dry jerk. You don't want to have to be prepared with supplies.
I mean, look at this guy's mugshot. He looked like he covered himself in the Vaseline.
It's
look
possible.
at how greasy
Yeah,
this
he's
fucking guy is.
He's doing it wrong. I think you're
Man.
right.
Kelvis allegedly admitted to officers that he was watching YouTube videos on his phone and engaging in a, quote, pleasure session when they arrived.
YouTube? Who jerks off to YouTube videos?
I hope no one.
That's what he was doing. He was watching YouTube.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, no. Don't jerk off to Mr. Beast.
He was arrested and charged with 1 count of obscenity and booked into Slidell City Jail. Police listed his home address as a 1-acre property in Jasper, Georgia, which, according to the county assessor's office, features a mobile home and a shed.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting that the property that he owns is also like a shed.
Yeah.
So maybe he was just like, you know, like when you lay on a bed before you buy it, you know, you get into that shed and you're like, I'm gonna just make sure I can lay down and jerk off in this thing.
This is Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys if you lived in Georgia.
Right.
Oh, man. So we got one more good one here. Let's kick over to this. All right. Man accused of desecrating holy water at a Pennsylvania church, Carl. Jesse John Sokol was 50 years old. He was arrested in York, PA after police say he urinated into the holy water.
Okay. Which shock jock put him up to this? I've heard of these types
Anthony's
of
been
pranks.
back on the air for like a month and a half.
And already he's weaning the holy water.
According to the York City Police, the incident occurred on April 14th of this year. He's listed as having no fixed address, and he reportedly entered the church through a side entrance. So we're talking homeless guy here.
Mm-hmm.
The charging documents state that Sokol walked down the main aisle between the pews, pausing at a lost and found box in the vestibule where he rifled through the contents but did not take anything.
Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it.
Oh, but I do got to pee. He then approached a pedestal containing holy water, which is used in Catholic rituals for blessing and purification.
Holy water is one of the dumber things about Catholicism, isn't it?
It's up there.
It's up there.
You know, I'm not
Gives
even
a
sure I
shit.
understand it. And I probably think it would serve them better if they didn't make it look like it was in a urinal.
True. Yeah, the way that it's displayed is tempting. I can see this being a prank that a young Jim Florentine would be bragging about years later.
Piss for Sam.
Piss for Sam. Yeah, it's going to Sam Adams.
Piss at Pat's. St. Patrick's Cathedral. Investigators allege that Sokol then polluted the holy water with urine, an act that constitutes desecration of a sacred object under Pennsylvania law.
Sure.
Bullshit. The church reported the incident and authorities began reviving security footage and witness accounts before filing charges. Now, first of all holy water is, Carl, is fucking tap water that a pedophile
blessed.
looks at and goes,
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's all it is. You're getting arrested for pissing on for that?
Is kosher meats the same way, right? Doesn't it just have to be like blessed or something and then it's kosher?
Yeah, and listen, guys, I hate to be the one to have to bring this up here. My creep in this story, Catholic Church.
Yeah, for sure. The guy's just having some fun.
Guy had to pee. They said the act was seen as targeted, disruptive, and offensive to the religious community. The case also is the intersection of mental health and homelessness, Carl. So, there's a little bit of crazy in there too. I hope the guy gets some help. Now, I do have a bright spot to end the show today, Carl.
We don't normally do that.
I don't.
Usually
I
it's
usually
worse
go
and
hard.
worse.
But I liked the story, and I wanted to share it with everybody.
Right.
We are going to Kenskoff, Haiti, where a local food vendor turned vigilante, Carl.
Oh.
He served up what may go down as the deadliest empanada special in recent memory since my trip to Miami. Allegedly poisoning 40 gang members with an agricultural pesticide commonly used to kill caterpillars.
Wait, caterpillar poison is people poison? Who knew?
That would be my defense, actually.
Right.
According to reports, the unnamed woman had been feeding members of the Viv Ansaman affiliated gang for weeks, if not months, at her food stall in the commune, which is currently under the control of an armed criminal group. The men reportedly treated her like a regular kitchen stop until she served a very different recipe one day. She included chenille oil, a toxic pesticide used to eliminate crop-destroying caterpillars. Shortly after consuming the tainted pastries, the alleged gang members were gripped by violent convulsions and attempted to flee to nearby hospitals. None of them survived.
That is awesome. I think that does break the rules of the murder game, though. Kaylee's new podcast. Don't think you're allowed to just poison everyone.
Yeah. All 40 suspected gang affiliates reportedly died en route, marking one of the most lethal cases of vigilante retaliation in their history. Now, the gang associates did, find this woman, and burn down her house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's expected.
Sure.
That's
So
expected.
she got away.
Yeah. She went to the police station where she reportedly confessed to the mass poisoning and requested protection.
Confessed or bragged? What are we doing? What are we talking about?
What? I got to do your jobs for you?
Yeah, guess what I did? Something you guys should have done fucking years ago.
She told the police she acted alone without any outside help. Authorities have
She wants
since-
all the credit, too. It's so rude.
Yeah, they put her in protective custody, too. So tensions still remain high in the area. The victims
In Haiti? Really? Things haven't calmed down over there yet?
apparently the locals are supporting this woman's actions, and it's not a good scene for the members of this gang.
Yeah.
The
Can imagine.
victims, the poor victims of this murderous empanada maker.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well done. We applaud you. Keep taking out those Haitian gang members.
I'm fucking here for it all day. I would like to thank everybody who tuned in today. Let's check and see if we have any more super chats.
Yeah, there were a
before
couple
we get
that
outta
came
here.
in before Amanda Lynn Nappy. Yeah, like that one.
Okay. Rocco War B 2002. An idea for a consequence. The gay rom-com bros. Tried to watch it and tapped out after 5 minutes. Lady K might enjoy it though.
What is that? I'm not familiar with it.
The rom-com?
The Gay
bro.
Rom-Com Bros? Is that a new TV show or something?
Gay rom? I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know what that is. Matthew Rowley, member for 11 months. Please do creepiest ungrateful blind co-host next week.
Yes.
Thanks for entertaining. And
remember to vote. He says he meant to say remember vote for Carl.
No, it says no. Remember, never vote for
He
Carl.
meant to say vote for Carl.
Nope. I don't think
I
so.
picked Blind Mike for that one.
Don, thanks for the $2. Bring back subreddit surfing. It's happening very soon. We're planning an episode right now.
Nice. Subreddit surfing coming back with the great Cardiff Electric. And I guess there's another guy or two on that show too.
I had so much fun with Cardiff.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Yeah, he's great.
We went and found secret pizza.
Oh, right.
In the Cosmopolitan.
Right.
If you go to the 3rd floor, folks, look for a long hallway with a bunch of records in it. Follow it all the way down. One of the best slices I've ever had in my fucking life.
Well, you just ruined the secret, dude.
No, I'm putting it out there for people.
Yeah, I
because
know.
love the creepos.
That's not how secrets work.
Well, listen.
I'm not telling you any secrets. Holy shit. You just
I had to stand in line. It wasn't like it was that big of a secret.
You
but
immediately
just-
get out of show and just start blabbing about the secrets.
Carl and Shuli knew. Carl and Shuli knew. Carl and Shuli knew.
God damn you. You're the worst.
Excelsior, true believers.
What a good show today we did, Carl. I think we were fantastic.
We
We've
were
never
amazing.
been better. Top of
Hell
our
yeah.
games.
Great. This is going to be a tough one for people. Vote at thecreepoff.com who brought the bigger creep.
Please do it. And as always, it's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
We'll see you on Friday for a bonus episode. Those of you who are bonus members and patrons.
Cream of the crop creepos.
Good night.